Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Nat. Good morning, Drew. You non-skaters, you. Yes. Happy hockey season to you.
Yeah, this is your season. This is like your Christmas. This is
absolutely.
Oh my God. If you're just joining us, when Matt's saying that we're non-skaters, we are non-skaters. We were talking earlier this morning. It's Wednesday, so it's always a Would You Rather Wednesday, and we do these little fun party game scenarios. And because it is the opening game of the Canucks, one of the scenarios this morning is: would you rather skate nude for 1 minute in front of a packed Rogers Arena? It's packed. There's not an empty seat in the house, and you're naked for a minute, or pay $50,000. Matt Sekeres.
Oh my!
Which one are you doing?
I reject the premise entirely. What is this false choice you're giving me?
It's a real choice. It's a party game.
You got to do it.
You got to do it.
My.
You got to abide by the rules.
Yeah, well, at my size, I think I'm going to pony up to $50K because I also have vision. What happens if you fall?
I know.
Yeah. What
and you're
happens
just
if you to the ice? Yeah.
And you're turtling.
I'll write the check.
you're just like you're turtling, like a turtle that's fallen over on its shell and it can't right itself up. That's what I envision for me. I'm also writing a check.
I maintain that both Nat and Matt have too much money. I would be skating.
Yeah.
It's opening night, Matt. At this time last year, there really weren't a whole lot of expectations for the Canucks, but based on how the year went, now expectations are different. How are you feeling, and how do you look at the team as the new season begins?
Yeah, you're so right, Drew. Like at this time last year, even the president of the hockey club was saying, well, if everything goes right, we might be able to make the playoffs. And then they went out and had this extraordinary season where they won the division and got to the second round of the playoffs. Really, with maybe an exception or two, this is the first time Canucks fans go into a season with this teaming optimism since back like 2011, 2012, when they had the really great teams with the Sedins and Luongo. So it's been a long time. Standards have risen throughout the organization, and expectations have certainly risen with the fan base as well.
So they've made a whole bunch of moves like in the last few days that I've certainly seen the headlines. And even if you're not like an avid hockey fan, you see the headlines of these moves. Some of them were surprising, I think.
Yeah.
How are you feeling in general?
Well, they've done quite a lot of work on the hockey team since going back to July and free agency. So they've really added wingers this year, Nat. They felt like Elias Pettersson is such a great centerman, but he needed to play with better wingers, so they did that in free agency. And they go into this season with a team on paper that looks to be one of the best in the National Hockey League. So, it was a good team last year. They improved it in season. It's a very good team this year, and I suspect they'll look to be improving it in season as well. It's a really aggressive front office over there right now at Canucks Sports Entertainment. They sense an opportunity here, and they're going to shoot for a Stanley Cup.
Catch the Nat and Drew Show weekday mornings from 5:30 to 10. Move 103.5.